What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel. I am Lonnie from FlightSim Gaming. Good to see everybody here today. We are doing a live stream. I know the stream kind of got put back the last couple of days. I do apologize for that. Had some issues with internet down on my end, but we're here. Flightbeam Studio, San Francisco International. Aren't we excited? Finally, it's about time. We're getting a proper Flightbeam KSFO in Microsoft Flight Sim. Took a little bit of a long time, but it's okay. We're down on the ground, sitting in the beautiful Fenix A320, flying with United today, ladies and gents. We're going down to Burbank. Railroad flight flown by United. They do it in the A320. They also do it in the A319. We're doing it in the A320. It's all that we have. We're also given Lossless Scaling, I guess, a sort of review here on the channel. You guys can see up top here, I got, oh, you guys can't see it because I got the, got this browser here. Let me get rid of that. I don't know if you guys can see it. No, I don't think we can see it. That's okay. Hey, what's going on, Mr. Moo? How are you, brother? Happy Sunday to all. We're using lossless scaling today. For those of you who don't know what that is, lossless scaling will double, if not triple, your frames. So I've gotten rid of the frame gen mod. I was having some issues on that flight over to Puerto Plata, so I decided to give this one a shot. It's only $6 on Steam. Hey, what's... Thanks, brother. What's going on, my man? Hope all is well. Thank you for joining. We're just talking about lossless scaling. It's a program that you can use to sort of double your frames. It's $6 on Steam, $6 Canadian. It's not terribly expensive, and you won't get banned unlike the frame gen mod that I was using previously. As you can see with the Flightbeam Studio KSFO, we're getting about 36 FPS on the ground. That's standard. We're back in DX11 as well. If I actually click on the monitor here, we're getting about 40 FPS. So should be pretty decent. The weather's looking not too bad down here. We're not flying on VATSIM today. There are no controllers online at this present time. Plus, I'm a little skeptical with the PC performance. I'm not sure how it's going to hold up. So we'll save it for a rainy day. But anyways, ladies and gents, if you guys are just tuning in, PMDG's 777 coming out on Tuesday, I believe. I'm not sure what the price is. Mr. Moo, right now we're only doing flight sim stuff right now, but we'll see what happens. You know, I picked up a nice little face cam here. We had it going in the last stream. I got some lights going. I got a green screen behind me. This way you don't see my, you know, the wall that's behind me here. So, but we'll see what happens. You know, if this channel continues to grow. I was thinking of doing some Gran Turismo 7 content, but yeah, as of right now, it's a little difficult to get on the live stream here. Right now, my kids are out. You know, with their mother, and they're with my mom, actually. They're at a picnic for my mom's work, so I'm getting a little time away here. Kind of a bad father for not going to the picnic, but I get some time to stream here on FlightSim. We were supposed to have a FlightSim, we're supposed to have a live stream on Friday, but it didn't end up happening, so we postponed it to Sunday, and then we'll see about tomorrow. Sorry, I mute up my mic this way. I have a bug in my throat all the time. I don't get it every time I get on the camera. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. It's a, I think it's a Logitech G922 or something like that. G922, 922 Pro. Not sure. But it's a decent cam. You know, it's good for the Streamlabs OBS. Yeah, a little face cam here. I don't know. How's my size? Is my size and is the what's going on, Sabrina? Are you at the picnic with the kids? But yeah, do you see any graining behind me? As you can see, like I kind of wave my hands in and out. I've kind of cropped the green screen there. Can you see any graining behind me? I hope not. But yes, as I was stating, for the viewers that aren't here, that may watch the live stream later on, some people do enjoy the little bit of an intro, you know, thing that I kind of do. The PMDG 777 aircraft is coming out, I believe, on Tuesday. We will be doing a live stream. I was thinking of doing something crazy. We're probably going to do a return flight live, probably a 12+ hour flight, and we're going to be giving away the PMDG 777 as well. Not by a PMDG. I have to put a disclaimer out because I had, I believe AnyBuilds one time had told me, you know, if I'm giving away their product, just make sure that there's a disclaimer that it's not provided by them. I don't know if that was going to get me in trouble, but any of the giveaways that I do, it comes from me. It doesn't come from anybody. So we're thinking about, oh, you're sick? That's terrible news. That's terrible news. Hope you get better. But yeah, we're giving away that 777. Anyway, let's jump inside the cockpit, ladies and gents. I believe the flight time today is about 1 hour and 10 minutes long. We're flying out of, like I said, San Francisco. Just up inside the cockpit here. I already got the aircraft sort of, I guess, all fired up here. The APU is going. The only thing I don't like about this lossless scaling, you can see the mouse is kind of very glitchy, but in terms of like the motion, it's actually pretty smooth. Anyways, let's jump inside. Let's go to the EFB here. We'll go ahead and load up the aircraft here. We'll tap to import from SimBrief. We're not going to go ahead and load up anything yet. Let's go ahead and request fuel.
Truck is on its way.
And the refueling truck is on the way. Please don't load aircraft. Beautiful. So we'll actually wait until the fuel truck is done loading up here. While we're here, let's go ahead and kind of look around. Some people want to see... Oh, shit. Kind of what this airport has to offer. It's actually a pretty decent airport. It's Flightbeam. You know, it's good quality stuff. Can't go wrong. We're sitting over here at the United terminals. Pretty decent airport here. This is definitely a step up from the Asobo handcrafted version. So, Flightbeam Studios. It's looking a little choppy right now. I don't know what happened to my lossless scaling. I believe it's turned off here. Let's go ahead and
please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives.
Get her back on. I have a command key for it. There we go. I'm seeing the frames coming up there right now. As we pan around here, you can see getting about 64 FPS, 34 with the regular frames here. So there's a lot going on here for this airport. It's pretty good on performance. I can't even complain. I'm not a big fan of these little trolley things that kind of fly all over different parts of the airport. I feel like that's a performance loss in my opinion. But with GSX loaded up, one thing I noticed with the fuel truck loaded up, I'm losing on performance. So that's a big downer for me. We're gonna let the fuel truck kind of do its thing, and once they give me the go-ahead, we'll go up and load up the aircraft. You got what job, Sabrina? Excuse me. There's a little message there. We can now load up the aircraft, which we'll continue to do. Let's go ahead and load up the aircraft. It's going to be instant. I don't care about anything else. Come down to the EFB. Or, sorry, not the McDo. Not the EFB. Let's go ahead and load up our flight in it. We'll request it. Let's populate SimBrief here. Excuse me. So there we go. United 1678 real-world flight. We're going San Francisco over to Burbank. Estimated time, it says 49 minutes. I think it's about an hour and 15. Very nice, Serena. Good stuff, good stuff. I'll come over to the init tab here. Init request. Excuse me, ladies and gents. My goodness. Beautiful. Flight number United 1678. Plug that in. Beautiful. We've got a cost index today of 5. And we're cruising up to 37,000 feet. Pretty high up. Cruise is probably going to be about 10 minutes before we start our descent. And we are doing a return leg as well, ladies and gents. Making sure we're getting all that done. Beautiful. Come over to the fuel page here. Zero fuel weight, 56.1. And the zero fuel weight percentage is 30.6. 56, 130.6. Let's go ahead and make sure all that is great. All of that looks good. Beautiful. We got block fuel, 5,000 kg. 5.0 on that bad brother. Beautiful. Init fuel prediction is all loaded up here. Let's go ahead over to the flight plan tab here. We're departing off of 01 right today. So a pretty short taxi, which is pretty cool. Aircraft are landing on 24 left, I believe. But anyway, 01 right. And we are on the Sticks departure. In the Katina transition, we'll go ahead and insert that. Beautiful. Come over to Burbank here. We are expecting the ILS Zulu 08 approach on the Rocker 2 arrival. And I believe it's the Red Hot transition. Fantastic. Come over to the perf tab here. Let's go ahead and get all of that info. I hope the PMDG 777 EFB is as simple and intuitive as the Fenix one is. Altimeter 299er001, right, we're departing off of sync. We'll calculate. Beautiful. We'll send that off to the MCDU. There's our speeds. Flaps 3 departure. Let's go ahead and do a flaps 1 departure. Resend that over. Beautiful. In case anything happens, not that I'm a professional flight sim streamer here or a pilot, we'll go ahead and plug in some stuff here. We'll come over to the secondary flight plan, we'll copy it, and then our new destination will be San Francisco, and I believe aircraft are arriving, sorry, on 28 right. No star. Excuse me. Thank you. Beautiful. I believe fuel is all done here. Let's go ahead and load up some passengers.
Boarding requested.
$1,000 on the squawk. Fantastic. Look at some weather information here. I'll pull up the actual departure in a minute here. Altimeter 299er90. Gotta open up some cargo doors here. I kind of wish they did that sort of by itself. Initial climb, top altitude, flight level 190, according to the SID. Plug that in. Beautiful. Fuel pumps coming on, APU coming on. We got a company message. Yes, we do.
Starting.
We'll clear some load sheets. Beautiful.
Crew boarding starting.
Let's open up Navigraph here. Have a look at, I guess, our departure here. Departing off of runway 01 right. We're on the 65 RNAV departure here. Basically, at we're departing runway heading, and at 520 feet, we will start our left-hand turn and climb on out of San Francisco. We got to be at the speed of max 210. Katina transition is down here, so we're going to go ahead and hit Katina. The winds are 320 at 8, visibility 10 miles, few clouds at 600 feet. Temperature 16 degrees. It is morning time right now in San Fran. It's live weather. It's about 9:16 in the morning. Altimeter 299er90. Beautiful. Passengers are boarding up here. I'm sweating. These lights, I'm telling you, these lights are just hot. A couple things I want to get going here on the channel. I was mentioning about the 777 live stream that we're going to be doing. Fortunately, there is no Air Canada livery coming out, so we're going to pick a different livery. I'm going to do a long haul, and I'm going to have this stream probably going for 24 hours, probably even longer with boarding, things like that. I have no intentions on staying up for that. It's kind of like a release party thing. We'll be giving away 1 aircraft, maybe 2. We'll see how the stream goes. And then I believe starting next week, we're going to be flying in Europe. So this is going to be our last sort of flight out here in North America. MK Studios just released their Keflavik version 2 airport. I want to check that out. Keflavik is in Iceland. I love flying there. It's Iceland, you know, there's what's there not to expect when it comes to spicy approaches. So we'll check that one out. I have the original Keflavik airport, but, you know, with V2 out, it is what it is. I don't think there's a discount for previous customers, which is a little disappointing, but right now I believe it's on sale. So, yeah, we're going to definitely do some flights over to Iceland. I don't know where to yet. The problem is they're a little deep from mainland Europe, so we might have to sort of go to Edinburgh or maybe somewhere in the UK rather than anywhere else, just so that we can get a return leg. We want to try to get return legs done on this channel as much as possible. I know sometimes, depending on what time we're streaming at, can't always get it done, right? So in the last stream, I had performance problems on the arrival into Puerto Plata. I don't know what happened, so nothing wrong with the PC. Everything's kind of loaded up. I always make sure I pop open my performance overlay here. Always want to make sure I can't move it. GPU utilization is showing 0% right now. I think that might be a bug. I'm not sure. I don't know why it shows 0%. And my frames went down to like 25 FPS. Let me get rid of that. Was getting about 80 FPS here. I don't know what's it's probably GSX. I have a feeling GSX definitely takes a toll on the performance here on FlightSim. Be right back, ladies and gents. Just going to go grab some water. Let's go ahead and bleep that out. And I'm back. Ladies and gents, welcome to the stream. Don't be shy, drop a comment down below. We're friendly here on this channel. We're checking out San Fran. Also the Lossless Scaling program that we kind of have going on. Let's open up the webcam again. Hey, yo. Use a bit of a shave here. You know, as a proud Canadian, I apologize for the Yankees cap. Those of you who know me know I love wearing baseball caps. I wear any flavor. I'm not specific. I don't dedicate myself to one specific team. I just love baseball caps. Looks like boarding is almost complete. I think boarding is completed. We're just waiting for the baggage. Oh, boarding is not completed. We've got about 28 more passengers to go. Let's go ahead and jump inside the cockpit here. So the frames... I'm monitoring the frames here on performance. Jared, what's going on, brother? Thank you for joining the stream. Welcome aboard, Jared. We are flying from San Fran all the way to Burbank, Hollywood. Sort of like a, I don't know if it's a suburb of LA. I'm pretty sure it is. It's actually a pretty cool approach. Too bad Poland got eliminated there, Jared. I apologize for that. They were the first team in the Euro Cup to get eliminated. A little disappointing. Boarding is completed. Let's go ahead and close. We'll close the door here. We'll come upstairs and we will go ahead and request or prepare for pushback. APU already on. We'll get that beacon light on. Beautiful.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback. Departure checks completed.
We'll let GSX do GSX things here. Let's hop back inside the aircraft. I'm a little worried for performance. Looks like it shoots back up. I'm wondering if GSX is having, like I said, some issues with performance. GSX never gave me issues before. Anyways, we'll let that tug kind of get us hooked up here.
Locking gear.
Get on out of here. We're departing off the runway 01 right, ladies and gents. Not off of the 28s. 01 right. Haven't departed off of that runway ever. So, we're going to go ahead, quick edit pushback. And let's have a look here.
Exiting from editing.
Beautiful.
Please
Release
wait.
parking brakes, please. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Not sure what United's ops really are. Let's go ahead and get the ignition over to start. And we'll start up engine number 2. Go ahead and get that engine number 1 going. Beautiful. IAE engines, ladies and gents, not the CFMs. I believe that's all United uses on their A320s. I'm not too sure. It was the only option available with the Fenix livery installer, so...
Please set parking brakes. Unlocking gear.
We'll lower this down to 10,000 feet. 10,000, there's a constraint. Beautiful. 2 good engines. Go ahead, shut off the APU. Fantastic. Taxi lights come over. Taxi lights come to the on position. As a flaps 1 departure, we'll go ahead and put flaps 1.
Left is clear.
Beautiful.
Right is clear.
Ignition over to the norm position. We'll go ahead and auto brake over to max. And I think trim down 0.2. Beautiful. Open up Navigraph while we wait for GSX to finish up there. Let's go ahead and open up our taxi charts here. So we're over here. The Alpha gates here. We're on Mike 2. We're departing runway 01 right, so we're going to go Mike 2 over to Alpha. Alpha Bravo will hold short of Mike 1. Then we'll cross 01 left over to Alpha 1 and hold short of 01 right. Hopefully that made sense to y'all. Let's go ahead, park and brake release, ladies and gents. Let's get on out of here. Takeoff, config. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This was one of the airports that I avoided in the simulator, by the way. Just because of how bad it was. Again, we're using lossless scaling. We're giving it a go here. Everybody's talking about it. It's the best thing in the world. So far, no complaints. Got a little buzz there from the cabin crew there. Let's have a listen.
The cabin is now secure for takeoff.
Cabin is now secure for takeoff, ladies and gents. Beautiful. Just passing Mike 2. We are going to Bravo. We're going to hang a left onto Bravo. I've been to San Fran, never been to this airport. We went, I think, in 2018, maybe? Can't remember, to be honest with you. I like how the taxiways are labeled beautifully here on the ground. You know where Alpha is, you know where Bravo is. We're not going Alpha. Real-world aircraft are actually making a left here. They're going Bravo. They're making a right onto Mike 1. We're going to go ahead, cross the runway. A whole short of, I believe this is Alpha 1. Beautiful. TCAS coming on. Let's come upstairs here. Strobe lights coming on. Landing light, takeoff light, ladies and gents. time to depart San Fran, shall we? We will be back. We are doing a return. It's only a short flight today. But we are coming back. Hopefully we'll get that pretty sick rival into San Fran on the 2.8s. Throttle's going up. I think it's a 1.050. We'll release. Manflex 54 SRS Auto Blue. Ladies and gents, let's get on out of here. Should focus on what I'm doing here. Maintain center line, 80 knots checked. I can feel that wind. There's that wind. B1. And rotate. Positive rate of climb. Gear going up. It's windy, ladies and gents. It's windy. Let's start that left turn. Climb detent is in. And we'll continue to hand fly this for a little bit. Flaps up. Going up to 10,000 feet, ladies and gents. Once we straighten out here, we'll go ahead and throw on the autopilot. And we'll get some nice visuals. Looks like the clouds are very low here in San Fran. Don't know if that's normal or not. Go ahead, kick on the autopilot, bring you back upstairs here. Beautiful, ladies and gents. Not the best takeoff there, but we got her done as we depart out of San Francisco. You can see, I think that's downtown San Fran over there. I didn't actually know the airport was over here, to be honest with you. And I think that's Oakland down there. Very cool. As you can see, there's the airport coming up. Fantastic, ladies and gents. Going up to 10,000 feet. We have a restriction. Airport. Beautiful. Gotta say, so far, Lossless Scaling is holding up beautifully here. I notice from time to time the frames drop. I'm not sure if that's because of the program or if that's... it's probably the simulator, maybe with the stream going at the same time. But, you know, all in all, let's go ahead. We're starting that left turn there. We'll start our climb up. 37,000 feet. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the simulator or the stream causing that. But, you know, overall, Lossless Scaling, I mean, for $6, how can you go wrong? So we're still at 10,000 feet. We should be climbing. Beautiful. There we go. Got rid of the frame gen mod, ladies and gents. It was great and all, but I'm always trying something different. There was another mod, not a mod, but I think it was a program that you could have downloaded before also to help with performance in Microsoft FlightSim. It was okay, where it adjusts, I think it adjusts the clouds or the photogrammetry or something like that. It's not bad, but wasn't really working out for me. But Lossless Scaling is to help improve frames. It doubles your frames, but it actually provides a smooth experience on Microsoft Flight Simulator. And I think we crashed, ladies and gents. Perks of, I guess, flying on Microsoft Flight Simulator. Actually, I think the sim is still going in the background, but my screen crashed. I don't know what that's all about. There we go. Okay, so we're still flying. So I think the program actually crashed there. So we're not on Lossless Scaling right now. If I hit the command key, it'll go ahead and open that up. So I guess that was an issue with me transitioning from screen to screen. And actually on the stream, I was paying attention here, the stream did not crash, or the video in the stream didn't crash. The program actually crashed. I don't know why that happened, but a little bit of a bug there, you know? Things happen. Things happen. Got the Pacific Ocean out there off to our left. Sorry, off to our right. FlightSim Expo is happening this weekend. I guarantee, with the release of a few things here, with Flightbeam releasing San Fran, these professional flight streamers probably can't wait to return home to try out the stream. What's going on, Jared? The view outside looks sick. Which view do you like, buddy? My favorite views are always the wing views, but this is California, my man. This is what it looks like out here when you're driving up through the mountains. And you're headed on back down into, I guess, LA. Now, we did this drive in 2018. We drove from pretty much Anaheim, California. That's where we were staying. And we did this drive to San Fran. I decided that we were going to go to San Fran for, I guess, a night. And I had booked a hotel somewhere in San Francisco. I honestly, I just went on Expedia, I found, or I was searching for hotels with good reviews, and we found this one hotel. I forget the name of it. But basically it was, I think it was Old City Hall back in like the early 1900s, and now they've turned it into a hotel. But the minute that we got there, you know, Alessandra and my sister Sabrina were doing Google reviews of this hotel. People were commenting and saying the hotel's haunted. It has a jail in the basement, which it did. It had a jail in the basement. But we ended up staying there for a couple hours. And then out of nowhere, as we were, you know, reading these reviews, and there were some YouTube videos kind of this hotel, the lights wouldn't turn off in the freaking hotel room, and that kind of spooked me too. So we ended up getting out of there. We ended up we went across to Oakland to stay the night. I wasn't driving back. That's like an 8-hour drive. And at the time too, there was those forest fires happening around that time. Parts of the highways were jammed up and closed, so there was a lot of detours. That's why it took so long. I think that drive is normally 6 hours, but it was about 8 hours. But yeah, we went to this hotel, and then I remember, you know, the lights not flickering, and this hotel was pretty crazy. It had this like old Victorian look to it. It was dark, it was gloomy, it had like I wouldn't say a musky smell to it, but the toilet was actually on a throne, believe it or not. You go into the bathroom and the toilet's up on this throne, which is crazy. But, you know, after, you know, them reading the Google reviews and shit, and then the lights not turning off, that was the end for me. I said, let's get the fuck out of here. We ended up going to Oakland. But San Francisco's pretty cool. We went to the sort of the pier where they have like a lot of things going on. I think there's I don't think there's any rides down by the pier, but there's a lot of restaurants, and there's a lot of like touristy spots. You can see Alcatraz from across, which is pretty cool. But yeah, the West Coast trip was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. Definitely got to go back. If you got a chance to go out to California, you know, San Diego, LA, San Fran, you gotta go. Yeah, it's very mountainous down here, up in this northern part of LA. Not LA, of California. Even as you get towards like Los Angeles, there's the hills where they got all these mountains and stuff. But parts of this area were, when we had gone in 2018, they were burnt by the forest fire. So you can literally drive along the side of the highway, and you can see all the black soot from, I guess, the fires and stuff. But yeah, California is spectacular in my opinion. Very expensive. Very expensive in my opinion. And we went in June. We went around this time, 2018. I remember it being actually not too hot. It was nice and cool. It wasn't crazy humid. It was about like, 20 degrees at most. Every morning was overcast. It didn't rain, but every morning was overcast. Come inside the cockpit here. Let's have a look at speed limit exceeded. Let's not worry about that. Beautiful. Perfect tab here. 100 miles till top of descent. So we're going to get about 40 miles of cruise. I'm not going to really play any music. Another 14 minutes. And we should be there. Hope you all are enjoying the stream, ladies and gents. I'm trying to get up to 10 likes today on the channel. I would greatly appreciate that. 10 likes would be pretty cool. think we just passed a city down here. I'm not sure what that is. If you guys know in the chat, go ahead and smash that in. Quickly have a look at the weather information. We're about 100 miles out from top of descent. The winds are calm in Burbank. Beautiful. Now, it's a short runway. We've got to make sure we slam her down. Runway 08 is about 5,000 feet or maybe 6,000 feet. So we're going to make sure we get those reversers out and get that aircraft stopped. Kind of a weird airport, too. It doesn't really have... it has taxiways, but where the terminal is, the terminal kind of sits on the sideline of the runway. So... pretty weird, pretty weird. I'm not sure how to really taxi at this airport. But the winds are looking calm. That's what I like to see. Another 10 minutes before top of descent. We're not even at top of climb yet, and we're planning our top of descent already. That's these short flights. I wanted to keep it a short flight, ladies and gents. I didn't want to make a long flight. I don't have a lot of time to sort of stream today, so I wanted to get a nice little flight going on here. As you can see, there is our top of climb and our top of descent sort of coming up here. $80 miles out. I'll go ahead and start planning our approach information. Altimeter 2990. Temperature is 28. Might as well open up Navigraph. The winds are calm, so I'm just going to go 000 at 01. Transalt's 18,000 feet. The minimums we have 1075. Beautiful. Should be a pretty straightforward landing. Couple things here I like to also add in. Some fixes. Gaber 08, a little different with the A320. You have to plug in. So on the PMDG, I believe you type in the runway info. So if it's, let's say it's runway 08, you'll put RW08. You'll enter it in your fix, and then you'll put in your stuff. In the Airbus, you got to plug in the airport iCal and the runway, and then you can go ahead and add your fixes in here. And we do a 10 mile and we do a 5 mile. So you can plug in Caber, but it's not going to get you... It's not going to make your fix lined up perfectly with... with the aircraft. I think we can go ahead and clear that. Beautiful. Let's try this once again. Top of climb in 17 miles. Beautiful. Looking well and swell, ladies and gents, on this beautiful flight. Still climbing, as a matter of fact. We got another 2,000 feet to go, so we're still climbing. Going to Bob Hope, Hollywood Burbank, pretty cool airport. Hollywood Burbank, I believe, is on sale right now on Orbex. It's a V2 version, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of V2 versions kind of coming out. Actually, this one's been out for a little bit, but yeah, I don't know what their V1 version was like. I never had it. I don't really do a lot of flying out here on the West Coast. Getting a lot of static in my headset. I think it's time for a new headset. Again. Open up Navigraph, have a look at our departure. Sorry, our arrival. Hey, Garen, have you tried Say Intentions AI? I have not, Garen. The only, I guess, AI ATC that I used was a Beyond ATC. That is about it. But anyways, ladies and gents, have a look at our arrival information. We are on the Rocker 2R nav arrival. Red hot transition. Coming in from red hot over here, and we're going to descend on down. For the runway. So for landing runway 08 at Mikey 7,000 feet is what we got to be at. I think that's Bob Hope right there. This is our ILS information here. We'll cap at 3,000 feet. Missed approach, climbed to 1,300 and climbed right turn to 4,600 on heading 210 and inbound on Victor Tango Uniform VOR and hold if we need to. It's the Ventura VOR. And the winds are calm, temperature 28 degrees. I apologize for that. Didn't mean to hit that key. Temperature's 28, altimeter 2990. And if I had to pick, we're going to go 7,000 feet. No, we're going to go 9,000 feet. Is what we're going to descend on down to. Have you gotten to look at the Roanoke scenery for, I think that was St. Pete's to Roanoke, doing that flight in real life on Thursday on Allegiant, and we've been nice to see the flight with Beyond ATC ahead of time. I don't think we're going to be doing a stream before then, Garen. We might plan a stream tomorrow, I'm unsure, but no, I haven't had a look at that scenery yet. Eventually, sometime on the channel, we'll probably get a good look at it, but I have not had a look at it yet, Karen. "20 miles out from top of descent." And Beyond ATC, you know, I kind of got a little bit bored of the program. It's a decent program. I kind of wanted to have a look and see what it's all about. Not a lot of people are actually using Beyond ATC. I don't know if I'm going to use it again, to be honest with you. I'm not sure. You know, the intentions of, you know, flying, I guess, online would be to fly on FlightSim or something along those lines. Not that Beyond ATC is a bad product, it's just, you know, it gets pretty repetitive, and I don't know if they've done any updates yet. I have to double check and see. The last time I was flying in Turkey, there were no updates, and there were some issues with phraseology. Sobo's making a 737 MAX. How will that compete with iFly or PMDG? I don't know anything about the iFly products, to be honest with you, but I guess the biggest takeaway from that when it was announced is PMDG making it for MSFS 2024. I don't think they've said no to it yet, because we don't know, right? I don't think that they're going to be honest. I'm pretty sure Sobo is making their own, but let's be realistic here. For those of you who are, you know, flight simmers and have been in and around the community, we all know that a Sobo or any type of developer for a flight sim, the default aircraft is not generally the greatest, right? Now we'll see. Pretty exciting news though. You know, a 737 MAX is pretty ideal. A lot of people fly, a lot of carriers fly the 737 MAX, so it's taken a long time for certain aircraft to get developed for the simulator. I don't know if there was a pause and a hold with a lot of them because of the new MSFS coming out, but it's a little disappointing. You know, it's like 777 is finally coming out this week, and that's 4 years of development, in my opinion. So whether or not that's a good time frame, I'm not sure. I'm not gonna say that they're taking too long, but I find that with the resources and things like that, things can be done a little bit quicker. Fly-by-wire, you know, they were talking about an A380 for how long, right? And we don't have one yet, so yeah, we'll see what happens. 2 miles out. Let's go ahead and start that descent down to 9,000 feet. Beautiful. But yeah, hopefully, you know, with after the 777's released, I'm not sure the pecking order of EMDG's release timeline. I believe they wanted to get the 777 up before the 737. Now, I just don't know if they're going to release all of their variants for the 737 MAX. I'm not sure. But yeah, we'll see what happens. All I know is 2024 is going to be the year for flight simming. That's for damn sure. A lot of great content covered at the Flight Sim Expo. Speaking, you know, about Microsoft Flight Sim, I'm not into X-Plane. I don't fly X-Plane. I've committed to Microsoft Flight Sim. So, still waiting on word whether or not all of the scenery and aircraft are going to be transferable into the new Flight Sim. I'm hoping it is. I've spent a lot of freaking money on this. It would kind of be disappointing if you couldn't bring anything over. I'm pretty sure scenery you can. I don't know about aircraft. There might be limitations with the new flight model. Maybe, you know, flight models can be updated. But let's double check our approach information here. Now that we're on the descent, making sure everything kind of is similar. So 299.0, beautiful, 28 degrees, winds are calm, everything's still looking good for Burbank. Fantastic. Can I go over to seat 4F? To be honest, I don't know. I don't know if I can wander this cockpit. I think this is the best that I could sort of do. I don't know where 4F is. These numbered? I don't think these are numbered. 4F. I couldn't tell you if that's looking out this window right there. My keybinds are a little twitchy. Looks like you got a pretty good seat there. Are you at the window? Side stick fault. Calibrate null zones. Okay. I think we got to go under configure if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Let's not worry about any of that. I'll figure that out after we land. I'm not sure what that warning message was. I've already done this flight, so get these random pop-ups here and there. Probably something wrong with my side stick. I'm not sure. Beautiful California. I was supposed to be in seat 1A on Allegiant and paid extra for the bulkhead. They downgraded me to 4F and are not refunding me. Why did they downgrade you? And what is what's so special about 1A? Is it like a room thing? Are you a tall guy or something? But that's disappointing. If you've paid for something and you can't get it, they should at least compensate you for that, whether that's, you know, a refund or, you know, possibly upgrading you to a new seat. I wouldn't sort of, as an airliner, I wouldn't downgrade you. I would, if to accommodate something, you should always try to give something back. I would have upgraded your seat. I wouldn't have downgraded. So, but what do I know about Allegiant? 1A is in the front of the airplane. Ah, got you. Okay, so kind of by the doors there, right by the cockpit. Are you flying on a Neo or are you flying on a 200? CEO, yep, very nice. Never been on an Airbus. I've been on, I've done a flight, I think I was 19, so we're talking probably 2011, 2012, maybe 2010. I went to Tampa with WestJet. It was obviously in a 737. They weren't flying A320s. My only time on an airplane was when I went to Tampa. After that, I've decided to drive everywhere. And again, we are doing a return flight back over to San Fran. That was the whole purpose of this live stream today. We are returning back to San Fran. We're going to go ahead and do a little bit of... I don't even know what I'm saying. We're going to go ahead and, once we land in Burbank, deboard, get the aircraft loaded up quickly, and head back on out to San Francisco, showcasing Flightbeam's KSFO. The long... waited and highly anticipated airport for Microsoft FlightSim. Flightbeam does great stuff. Can't even knock them. They do great scenery. Making sure we're meeting these constraints, restrictions. One time I was on Allegiant and the plane was on the runway, started speeding up, and the pilot had to reject takeoff in the middle of the takeoff because they were too tired to fly. Yeah, I guess that's low-cost carrier problems. That's crazy. I believe there's a YouTuber that flies for Allegiant, and I believe he's based out of Tampa, and he posts videos. Forget his name. It's very interesting. Yeah, I don't know. You know, things happen for a reason, I guess, right? Some airliners don't provide any accommodation for cancellations or things like that. You always got to read the disclaimer. I know in some cases there are, I guess, you know, when they can accommodate for you. I believe it's certain aircrafts or certain airliners here in Canada. The only time that there's any type of accommodations is if there's like a mechanical failure. I believe that's one, and for the most part, airlines, they won't tell you it's a mechanical failure. They'll just say it's canceled, maybe for weather, to not provide any sort of accommodation for you. All right, ladies and gents, let's go ahead and get the speed brakes out here. Coming up on 19,000 feet. Speed brakes are out. Beautiful. Two 9er zeros our altimeter. Let's go ahead and stow those speed brakes. Beautiful. Auto brake over to medium. It's a short runway, 5,800 feet. Depending on where I touch down, my landings are shit. So we got to get the aircraft down. We're slamming down on the numbers. Short runway. Why would they board? Sorry, why would they attempt to board and take off since they knew ahead of time that it wasn't going to take off? Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's just sort of a way to I don't know, avoid any type of accommodations. Maybe I couldn't tell you, but that's, you know, it's pretty disappointing that things like that actually happen. You know what I mean? It's a huge waste of everybody's time. You know, it's not easy to board an aircraft, right? It takes a couple hours of your time just to, you know, get checked in at, depending on what airport, obviously, that you're boarding from. But it could take a couple hours of your own time just to board an aircraft with all the security checks and things like that, right? So, sucks, but what can you do, right? What's going on, Bruce? Definitely not reading that comment. What's going on, man? Thanks for joining the stream. What is good? We're headed out to Hollywood Burbank. That's kind of what we're doing. Yeah, man, in my last video I had posted the webcam. Got it going good now, eh? Should I make my body bigger? No? No J's fitted. I don't wear fitteds, I wear snapbacks. But it's one of my work hats, you know. Feeling a little scruffy today, so I decided to just throw on a hat. The flight was rescheduled the next morning with a new flight number. Passengers were left without their checked bags for the night. Yeah, that's super disappointing. I'd be pissed off for damn sure. Like a 2-3 inch so it work more? What are you talking about? You're in the camera more, but then again, it looked decent, so people can... I have no clue what the fuck you're talking about right now, but I appreciate that. I ain't no pro, man. I just kind of do this on my spare time there, sir. I'll tell you this. With the lights and the PC running and the hat on, oh my god, I'm sweating. Sweating. I got the AC on, bro. 10,000 feet. Let's go ahead. Landing lights coming on. Landing system coming on. Beautiful. Make sure our navigation frequency 109.5 is plugged in. Beautiful. Going down to 7,000 feet. From 7,000 feet, we're going to be going down to 3,000 feet. We got the airport off to our left, somewhere over there. Nah, yo. Not opening the door no more in my house, man. When we went to Florida last July, I don't know, maybe a fly got caught in the house, I don't know, but we came home and at my front door I had 1,000 dead flies on the floor. I ain't dealing with no flies, and it took me a good month and a half to get rid of the flies. Yes, Garen, I can read your last message. I knew we weren't taking off ahead of time because the pilot never said prepare for departure. I think you had mentioned that already. That's probably why I didn't read that last message. Okay, ladies and gents, time to focus here. Yeah, Bruce, there's like 1,000 dead flies. Buddy, the fucked up part was I bought one of those like those insect bomb cans, right? And so I had sprayed it, not knowing that when you read the instructions for these bomb cans, you have to turn off the pilot light at your furnace. So at your furnace, you have a little flame, right? That's your I think your pilot light or whatever you call it. You gotta shut the flame off. So fuck. Shit, you blew up the house, I'm not gonna lie. I'm feeling this stream though. Is it picking up more now since you're pretty consistent? I haven't been consistent, bro. It's I haven't been consistent like I was last year with the flight simming. The live stuff, I don't have a schedule, so I don't know what the plan is. But anyways, let me just get focused here. Let's go over to our perf tab here. Activate the approach phase. Beautiful. We'll get that aircraft slowed down. We are going to go to 3,000 feet. Got that restriction there, so yeah, no, it was bad. Like I said, I didn't read the can, and because that stuff's so toxic, basically it's like a bomb waiting to go off. Fortunately, my pilot light wasn't on. So, but yeah, 1,000 flies. I don't know what happened. I think one fly just got in the house, and it laid an egg. But the weird part was it just kept dying. I don't know if that's just the air quality in my house. I don't fucking know. A little stuttery there. I don't know if y'all can see that. We're whipping out those speed brakes. We're going up to 7,000 feet. We're going to start descending down again to 3,000 feet. Looks like we're speeding back up again. Let's go ahead and this weird VNAV thing going on. We're coming up to 240 knots here. We're on a steep, steep descent. Oh my god, 3,000 feet per minute. Yeah, we're gonna land the plane. VNAV is doing its thing. So we were at 210 knots and somehow we magically got up to 250 knots. VNAV's kicking on now. I got those speed brakes out. Let's get the airplane back to a proper speed. We got to be at 3,000 feet. We're waiting for the glide slope and Yoke to come alive here. And then we got our fixed wing coming up. So we're about 10. Actually, right now we're about 16 miles out. And there's our pink diamond here. We're going to go ahead and hit Yoke and approach modes. It's going to guide the aircraft. Yeah, the airplane's in autopilot right now. So AP1 we have lit up right here. So it's in autopilot. It's doing its thing. And I'll take the aircraft at about 1,000 feet. That's sort of my plan. Coming into Burbank. The airport's frequency is tuned to this aircraft. So once you have this pink diamond that sort of captures here, we'll be on a glide slope down to the runway automatically. And localizer is capturing right now. As Yoke is capturing, the aircraft is going to randomly start jerking around just like that. It's a little weird. Let's go ahead and we're going to go flaps 1 just for the sake of it. Ten miles out. Airport is in front of us. Like I said, short runway here. I have the landing rate monitor open. Just don't kill me if I slam it down. Get the rest of our lights on. Let's go ahead. Flaps 2. Gear coming down, it'll help slow this aircraft down.
2,500.
Didn't know that, Bruce. Try to make it a butter landing. Can't guarantee. This is FlightSim Gaming. This is not Captain Canada, okay? Flaps 3. No ATC traffic today. Negative, Jared. We are not rocking any type of live ATC. Just having some performance problems in the last stream, so I decided to chalk any type of live ATC. Plus, there's nobody online right now. Right now, there's a FlightSim Expo happening in Las Vegas. So a lot of people that normally are doing that kind of stuff, they're most likely out there because I've realized some of the controllers in on VATSIM have not been online this weekend. So want to play, Mr. Moo? All right, got gear down 3. Green flaps are full. Ladies and gents, hopefully that don't kill us. Hopefully I don't kill us. Autopilot coming off. My controls, ladies and gents. Enjoy the arrival. Looks like the ILS is a bit offset here at this airport. Check. Looks like we got 1 white, 3 red. We're showing glide slope's looking good. Pappy's not so much. The wind should be calm. But it looks like we're a little off center here.
Above.
Minimum.
Continue.
Light slope.
Worry about that.
Light slope.
40, 30, 20, retard. 5.
Smashing her down. Reverse is coming out. Manual braking. Reverse stowed, ladies and gents. Hey. Welcome down to Burbank, Hollywood, or Hollywood Burbank, ladies and gents. We'll go ahead and vacate off to the left here. I'm a little squirrely on the rudder pedals right now. It's kind of a sloped runway, so you really have to fucking get her down, you know what I'm saying? Get those runway lights on. Let's go ahead and spool up the APU. Thanks, Jared. It's actually, when it comes to landing at short runways, you have to, there are procedures, you know. You try to butter it as often as you can, but when it's raining, when the weather's not so great, or when they're short runways, you have to get the aircraft down. A minus 264 is not all that bad, to be honest with you. Not bad, eh, Bruce? Not bad. So limitations with Microsoft Flight Sim. I know some of you guys aren't really into it. The glide slope and the pappies were disagreeing. You are probably wondering what the fuck does that mean. I don't even know what that means, but they were disagreeing, so had to take visual here. Let's come over to GSX, and I think we're gonna go. I don't know what gates we're going to yet. We're going over to the Bravo gates here. And this airport is weird. So I have no clue where my stand is. I think it's right here. We're probably going to hit the truck. Definitely fucked up that parking. We came in all too wrong, but that's okay. That's okay. This is Hollywood Burbank, ladies and gents. Why are you stopping? Right there. Come on. Parking brake coming on. Holy shit, APU bleed coming on. Shut up. Okay. Engines 1 and 2 coming off. Beautiful. Beacon light coming off. Strobe light should have been off. And transponder.
Deboarding requested.
Request some deboarding. It's gonna keep yapping at me until I open up these fucking doors. Arrived. Deboard. Let's go ahead. Cargo doors. Keep the seatbelt lights on for our return leg, ladies and gents. Shut up. This is a nice little view here, yeah? Something like that, yeah?
Passengers bus is coming.
Passengers bus is coming, ladies and gents. Stay tuned. We're going to be doing a return leg back to San Fran. I'm going to go upstairs, grab a little drinky poo. We don't drink on this channel. It's water, okay? Behave yourselves. It's water. We'll let GSX do its thing. I'll throw on some tunes. So I got the GPU on. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll turn it on. We'll shut off that APU. This way you don't hear the APU in the background. And I'll be back in a couple minutes, ladies and gents. This is going to take some time. Let's me to open up some more fucking doors. There you go. You see how it just did it by itself? That's all I asked for.
Passengers.
That's all I asked for.
started.
Catch y'all in a bit, ladies and gents. Peace. Looks like boarding has, deboarding has finished. Oh, we're still deboarding passengers. No, we still got some time here. Still got some time here, ladies and gents. How you enjoying the music? A couple things I'm noticing with the lossless scaling, just an update. So that's twice now that the simulator has froze because of lossless scaling. Basically, what I have to do is I have to hit the hotkey and turn it off and turn it back on, and then it comes up. So.
It's like talking to a wall when you don't look at me. I wanna speak my mind and tell you how I feel. But it's like talking to a wall when you don't look at me. Please just look at me. I'm a ticking time bomb that goes off easily. You always know which buttons you should push, baby. I'm a ticking time bomb that goes off easily. But you're still here with me.
Got a new flight info up top there. United 267, rear-wheeled flight. Once again, back over to San Fran. We'll get it loaded up momentarily, ladies and gents. Enjoy the tunes while they're on, yeah?
Opposites attract, I guess they're right, 'cause we are just like night and day, and that is fine by me. 'Cause I wouldn't wanna change a single thing, baby. You're perfect to me, perfect to me. We're drawn to each other, try to break it off, but
Passengers bus is coming.
you're the best bad thing that has happened to me. You drive me so mad too easily. Yeah, you're the best bad thing that has happened to me. You drive me so mad too easily. Yeah, you're the best bad thing that has happened to me. just close my eyes and think of you. When I'm sleeping with someone new, I can't help but feel my way with you. Still feel the way I feel when somebody calls you mine. Are you sleeping with someone new? Someone new, when I'm sleeping with someone new, I just close my eyes and think of you. When I'm sleeping with someone new. Lights are shining bright. My friends are in the
Do you want to deboard
all
fluid?
night. I see you in the back, the mood is right. If I just had your number, I would let you know how I feel. You walk up to me, start dancing to the music and the chase. Like this was meant to be. Take my hand, I feel my heart beat, and I don't want this moment to stop. Time to go home. Don't want this night to end. Yeah, about time we stop pretending. Come home with me.
Refueling truck is on its
Let's
way.
write a history. Tonight I'll make
Please
it
don't leave the
It's all
aircraft
about
until the
us.
fuel truck arrives
It's
as
all
asked to
about
do.
us. As we're dancing close together, making out. It's all about us. It's all about us. There's a magic in your eyes, can't get enough. Feel your hands, the way you're touching me around my neck. Got chills down my back, you do it right. The way you're holding me, no, I don't want this moment to stop. No need to fight it, I cannot hide it. We won't regret it, so come with me, maybe we're meant to be. A perfect melody, and I don't want this moment to stop. Time to go
Fuel truck is in position.
home. Don't want this night to end, yeah, by
Please
time
don't
we
load the
stop
aircraft until the fuel
pretending.
truck arrives and asked to do it.
With me, let's write a history. Tonight I'll make you see. It's all about us. It's all about us. It's all about us. As we're dancing close together, making out, making out. It's all about us. It's all about us. There's a magic in your eyes, can't get enough. I can't get enough. It's all about us. It's all about us. It's all about us. It's all about us. Time to go home. Don't want this night to end. Yeah, about time we stop pretending. Come home with me. Let's write a history.
Was my mic muted the whole time, ladies and gents?
It's all about us. It's all about us.
Was my mic? That's crazy. I've just been chit-chatting. That's disappointing, ladies and gents. I apologize for that. Some technical difficulties. This mic here, this HyperX SoloCast has a mute button on top. It's right there. Sometimes my nose hits it. I'm just there yapping to myself. But as I was stating, just want to thank everybody for coming out today on today's live stream. Appreciate y'all for smashing that thumbs up button. We got 5 likes on today's live stream. Yeah, thanks, Mr. Moo. I realized that after I opened up my Streamlabs overlay and see that my mic wasn't picking up anything. Just yapping away. Can you hear me now, though? You must be able to hear me now. Unmute as in I need to unmute? Or you can hear me? Unmute. What does that mean? Unmute. You can't hear me right now? You can hear me now. Okay, sorry. There might be a delay with the chat. I apologize. Appreciate you. Yeah, my little mic tab there on Streamlabs wasn't displaying anything. That's how I noticed that I was muted. But thank you for that. I appreciate it. I forgot what the hell I said there. But anyway, let's go ahead and load up the aircraft for our second leg back to San Fran, shall we? Shall we? I apologize. I'm only amateur, eh? I'm only amateur. Aircraft is now loaded up. Fuel truck is doing its thing. Fuel truck is in position. We'll wait for the fuel truck to not be in position. Looks like the fuel is fueling up. Come down to the MiG-2 here. Yeah, I think my chat is delayed, buddy. Come over to the flight init here, and we'll go ahead and flight init request. Beautiful. Come over to the init tab here. We're going to go ahead and init request. Today's flight number, United 267. Cost index of 5. We're cruising up 34,000 feet. IRS should already be aligned. Beautiful. Fuel truck is gone. Let's go ahead and load up GSX. Request boarding.
Passenger's bus is up.
Playing a little bit of music there. We'll keep it going just a little bit longer. Yeah, I don't know if that's a stream thing, Mr. Moo. It wasn't behind before. But, good comms on that, man. Good comms on that. Yeah, I don't have... my chat is not delayed according to the settings. So, we'll see how it goes. We got a zero fuel weight at 60.3, 31.4. A block fuel of 5.7. Over to the flight plan tab here. Let's have a look at Navigraph. We are departing on the Oros 2 RNAV departure off of runway 15. Oros 2, and it's going to be Torres transition. San Fran, we're expecting the ILS 28 right approach on the Surfer 4. Surfer trans. Actually, no trans there. Beautiful. We'll go ahead and plug that in. Come over to the perf tab here. Runway 15, we'll load it up. Flaps 1 departure. There's our speeds there. Beautiful. We can just send it over to MiG-2. Move over to the secondary flight plan. We're going to go ahead and copy the active flight plan. We'll plug in our new destination, which will be Burbank. You've got to have your secondary flight plan ready to rock and roll in case there's an issue on departure, and you can fly your ass back to the airport. Beautiful.
Passengers bus is coming.
I've been through heartaches, I've been to heaven, I've done my best and
Got that APU spooling up.
no matter how hard my life would treat me, I'd always get right back up, never worry, 'cause I got a million reasons to keep holding on. Yeah, I got all that it takes to win and overcome. What I got is just a feeling, but it's so strong.
Let's go ahead and clear some messages there. I'm going to kill
There's something
Passengers boarding.
the music. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that. Good comms on that. Always got to make sure the stream sounds good. Actually, the stream is reading excellent, which is great. Though I was having issues with my last stream. I don't know if it was an issue with Streamlabs, but shit got real laggy. But anyways, ladies and gents, let's open up Navigraph here. We'll have a look at our departure. We're departing off of runway 15. It says climbing right turn heading 210, or as assigned by ATC. And then we're going to vector ourselves over to Tiller. Top alt is 23,000, but we're just going to go ahead and shoot all the way up to, I think, 34,000 feet. Let me go ahead and bug that up now. Fantastic. The weather information. The winds are calm. Temperature 31 degrees. Altimeter 299.0. Should be a pretty smooth departure. I haven't departed out of this airport before. I don't know what to expect. We got about 7,000 feet of runway, so we'll see how that goes. Let's go ahead, get that APU going. Fly quietly. Voluntary curfew in effect. Interesting. Let's go ahead and watch GSX do GSX things, shall we? APU spooling up. That's that whine in the background. How's Mr. Move? You're still in the chat. How's the what you doing right now? Call of Duty? Or are you playing that other game? I forget what it's called. What's going on, Ivan? Thanks for joining the stream. Hope all is well. Good to see you as well, my man. Are you down at the FlightSim Expo this weekend? Yeah, I'll be flying back, Jared. Shorter flight. It's only 50 minutes. The last flight was like an hour and 12 minutes, so shorter flight. We're just boarding up here, and then we're going to head on out probably within the next 10 minutes. Gonna go, yeah. You know what? I think I'm going to go next year. Not as like a content creator or anything like that, but just as a fan. Definitely interested. Ivan, you excited for the PMDG 777? I'm deciding what we're gonna fly, where we're gonna fly. It's gonna be a long haul for sure. I'm gonna do a crazy stream. It's gonna be like 24 hours, 29 hours. We're gonna be doing a return leg. I'm thinking probably Toronto, Abu Dhabi with is it Etihad? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. But I'm thinking of doing that. Boarding is complete. Let's go ahead and close up everything. Beacon light coming on. Prepare for push. It's in Vegas this year. They change it up every year. I think last year was in Houston. This year, I believe it's at the Rio. In Vegas, it's actually a pretty big event. Can't even deny
Hello,
that.
Captain. We are ready for pushback. Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
It's kind of a weird little pushback here. Like I said, the gates are kind of on the sidelines of the runway here, so we'll make sure we stay within our boundaries here. Not really sure what it's going to look like. We'll go quick edit pushback. So I'm pretty sure that is the taxiway.
Exiting from
And we'll do something like that. Beautiful.
Release parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes coming off. Come upstairs, make sure beacon light's on.
Engines clear. Start at will.
Beautiful. All engines clear. Start at will. Ignition over to the start position. Engine number 2 coming alive, ladies and gents. Going back to San Fran. It's kind of a weird airport when it comes to taxiways. Very confusing.
Please set parking brakes.
Start up engine number 1.
Unlocking gear.
Looks like they just slammed us on our nose. Gotta love that. I've had that happen before. The nose gear was just like impaled into the actual scenery. Couldn't move the aircraft.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Doesn't look like it is. APU bleed coming off. APU master. I notice this is a bit off center. Taxi lights coming on. Mission going back over into normal mode. Go ahead. Flaps 1. Beautiful. Ground spoilers are armed. Auto brake over to max. Have a good trip. Ladies and gents, we're going to runway 15. We're going to taxi. We're going to hold short, I guess, of taxi lane alpha or spot alpha. We're going to cross runway 26 at alpha. And we'll take it all the way up. Hold short of the runway there. And it looks like we're already in motion. Beautiful. Kind of a weird airport again. I don't know how to taxi this, so we're going for it. Make sure there's nothing coming. Beautiful. Ladies and gents, this is our return leg back to San Francisco. We are expecting the ILS 28 right approach in San Fran. We'll see what the weather is like. I don't think they land on any other runway. Every time I'm on flight radar, they're never landing on anything else. I honestly didn't even know they depart off of runway 01, right? We're using lossless scaling. If you're just tuning in, ladies and gents, it hasn't been a terrible program. We've had a couple issues where my gameplay freezes. My stream doesn't freeze. The gameplay in the stream doesn't freeze, but it freezes on my monitor, and then I kind of have to just hit the hotkey and disable and re-enable it. Not sure what that's all about. I think the scenery is done by Orbex, if I'm not mistaken. Not a bad little scenery. Not the best. Orbex doesn't put out the best scenery, in my opinion. Taxi all the way to the end, ladies and gents. I'm not sure what's out our right window here. This one. Is that like a boneyard for buses or something? Interesting. Weirdly modeled. Could be RVs, I don't know. Yes, Ivan, I'm getting the 777 the day, the second that it's released. I'm going to fly the piss out of that thing. We're doing a giveaway, Ivan, of the 777, so if you don't want to buy it yet, up to you, you know. Spread the word if possible. We're going to be giving away a 777 aircraft over the weekend, over next weekend. So I'm going to be doing a live stream next Saturday, probably at around 7 or 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. In that live stream, once I guess we land the aircraft, it's going to be a long haul, obviously. We're going to be rolling a giveaway. Courtesy of myself, not courtesy of PMDG or anybody else. Got to throw that out there. Almost got in trouble with indie builds. But yes, I will be flying the hell out of that 777. I just hope that the simulator can keep up with the long distance flyings. The earlier days of my flight simming experience on Microsoft Flight Sim, I was having issues on long hauls where performance would degrade. Don't know if you experienced that, but it could be 8 hours into a flight and then I would get 5 FPS. So hopefully that doesn't happen. But yes, we're giving away a 777 aircraft, 1 copy. Anytime. Got to get back to the community, Hopefully the release date of June 25th sticks. I know anything can change at any time. They've given out copies, some beta copies to some of their some content creators out there. I guess to look for any bugs or anything along those lines. Let's get ready for departure, ladies and gents. Let's go ahead and throw on takeoff landing cam here. Let's get rid of my ugly face. Throttle's up 50%. And Flex 56, SRS Auto Blue. Let's go. $80 knots, checked, short runway. Hopefully we can get her up. That's what she said. Oh no. And V1. And rotate. Positive rate of climb. Gear going up. Holy smokes, we almost didn't make that. Let's go ahead and start that right-hand turn heading, I think, 210. And throttle's going over to climb. We're going to pitch down. Flight director's doing some weird stuff. Just going to make sure we follow them. That's all that matters. Flaps up. Ground spoilers disarmed. Let's go ahead. Autopilot mode going on. Let's come back upstairs here. Almost didn't make that. Holy shit. I think initially it was a flaps 3 departure. I like to do spicy things on the channel here. You can see beautiful LA off there in the distance. These are the Hollywood Hills, I think. Pretty sure that's LA. Could be wrong. Beautiful departure. So we're on a heading of 210 right now. We're going to continue to climb on out. And then we'll vector ourselves out, I think, to our first waypoint, Tiller. Climbing up to 34,000 feet as well, ladies and gents. Performance might get a little heavy here. I am, sorry, not I am. I have the Indy Builds LAX, which is not, gotta make sure I didn't unmute that, which is not FPS friendly. So, I don't know if that's LA. If you guys know in the comments, let me know. Pretty sure that's LA. Beautiful. Coming over the water now. Let's go ahead and start our right turn. We're going to go direct Tiller. We'll execute that. Beautiful, ladies and gents. Beautiful. Just gotta monitor the altitude, make sure 10,000 feet. I guess I'll kind of know if the aircraft starts to level off. Beautiful right-hand turn out of Burbank. Pretend like the strobe lights were on. We're not professionals on this channel. Beautiful. 10,000 feet. Lovely. Beautiful departure out of Burbank here, with LA off in the background. Coming up over top of Calabasas. No, I'm kidding. I don't even know where the hell we are. Fantastic, fantastic. Ladies and gents, I'll be right back. back. Gonna fix my hat here. Beautiful. Going up on 17,000 feet. Lots of time. Just want to thank everybody once again for coming out to support the live stream today, ladies and gents. Standard pressure is set. Beautiful. On this return leg back to San Fran. If I have a look at the weather right now, the winds are 330 at 9. I believe aircraft are landing on a 2-8 approach. Yes, they still are. Should be a pretty exciting landing. But yes, anyway, so the MDG 777 coming out. I'm happy it's the 300 ER. I'm happy it's the bigger aircraft. Not sure which one's their most popular variant, but a little disappointed there's no Air Canada livery. Is what it is, you know. But I'm thinking of doing a long-haul flight to the Middle East. I'm thinking maybe Abu Dhabi. We've picked up any builds Abu Dhabi. It's on sale, I believe. So Etihad flies 777s out of Toronto. Thinking of doing a flight to Toronto and then back to Abu Dhabi on one live stream, which should be pretty fun for the channel. Obviously, I'm not going to be on any type of FlightSim network or anything like that. It's just, yeah, we're kind of going to just drive the shit out of that aircraft, and then we're going to give it away, which I'm pretty excited for. It's funny, I say we're going to give it away. I got to make sure that I can. Let me see if I can gift any PMDG products. So I don't think you can gift, what's up, Jared? What are you laughing at me? I don't think you can gift anything off of PMDG's website. That kind of sucks. PMDG no longer does gift certificates. That's disappointing. I want to give away a 777. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. I'll have to look into that. It's not as easy to gift things as easy as I thought it would. I know Sim Market, it's pretty easy. You can buy a gift voucher, you can buy scenery and send it off. PMDG, apparently from what I was reading on the forums, they no longer do any type of gifting because of some fraudulent credit card behaviors, which is pretty disappointing. But if that's the way that it is, that's the way that it is. But I'm sure I'll find a way. Where are we up? We're up 27,000 feet. We got 8 more thousand feet to go. Beautiful. Jared, you watching any Euros right now? I think Germany's playing in a half an hour. Can't wait for that. Yeah, I'm gonna fly the shit out of the 777, that's for sure. That's for sure, buddy. It's a... People don't understand the... Yeah, I'm gonna definitely watch the Germany game at 3. People don't understand the hype around getting a long-haul aircraft to the simulator. It's been a long time. This game's been out for 4 years. We don't have any decent long-haul aircraft, so getting that 777, it's a long time coming. I believe also the MD-11's coming out on July 2nd or something like that. Not sure if I'm getting that aircraft. I'll have to look at the price. I just hit my trim on my throttles. But yeah, so it's a long time coming for a long hauler in the simulator. We got all these little dinky aircrafts, you know, the A320, the small little mid-range, I guess, aircrafts. Be back 1 sec. Welcome back. 30,000 feet. 30,000 feet. Let's have a look at our top of the... So, in about 20 miles, we'll reach our top of climb. 100 miles till top of descent. Plenty of time going here. Coming up on 31,000 feet. Let's have a look at our wing views here. Beautiful out here in California. Beautiful mountains. I love it, ladies and gents. Thank you for coming out, enjoying the live stream with me today. Got some viewers here in the chat. It's been a great flight. We're using lossless scaling. For those of you maybe looking to purchase lossless scaling, I don't know. It's alright. You know, they say it's better than the frame gen mod. It provides, it can double or triple your FPS. It's definitely providing a smooth flying experience, which is key. I don't care what my FPS is. I just want my simulator to be smooth at all times. So, yeah, $6 you can catch it. Steam. Right now it's showing us about 52 FPS. If you look at the bottom right, that's the Steam FPS counter overlay. You cannot see the lossless FPS counter, but it's reading 101 FPS. Can we get a look at the plane livery? There it is, buddy. This is, I think, the old United livery, if I'm not mistaken. There's a different livery. This is the old one, I believe. I like it. Looks like we're at 34,000 feet. I can hear the engine spooling down. Beautiful. What's going on, Peter? There's no service on this flight, buddy. Sorry to say. No service on this flight. Yeah, it's pretty basic. It's pretty basic. 79 miles from top of descent. I'm going to go ahead and we'll plug in our approach information here. In San Francisco, the winds are 330 at 9. Altimeter 299 it's 18 degrees, so it's a little on the cool side, which I guess is okay. 330 at 9. Trans out to 18,000 feet. We'll plan for the 2-8 right approach. 213 on the minimum. Beautiful. $213 on the minimum. Plug in our fixed information here. KSFO 28 right. Beautiful. And we're gonna go 10 miles. And we're gonna go ahead 5 miles. I do this. I like to know where we are from the runway. Beautiful. Gotta say, it's hot. I'm sweating. What's going on, Peter? How you been, buddy? I seen your car there yesterday. You threw the turbo in there, looking good, looking good. Go ahead, turn up some sounds there. when you get in the tune on it. Just over here transporting luggages for the airline. You kill me, buddy. You kill me. Yeah, not bad, eh? Not bad for a i5 8700 and a GTX 1660. I'll take it. Get the tune maybe next week? Ah. I thought you were doing all the plumbing yourself, though. Because I seen the box there with all that plumbing there. I thought you were going to plug all that in. So you are getting the fab done. You are getting all the plumbing custom. Oh, buddy, you gotta measure twice, cut once. Measure twice, cut once. But what is it gonna run you? Nice, nice, nice. How much though? That's not bad. That is not bad. What kind of metal are they using? Stainless? Nice. Good shit, buddy. That's good, man. Little race car. Get her done, Buttercup. Send it to some fob in Woodbridge. Aluminum. Okay. Very nice, buddy. Very nice. What's the plan with the car, though? Are you going to track it or something? Asian guy who welds very, very good. Buddy, Asians are good at everything. That's not just a stereotype, too. That's the honest truth. Langstaff and Kiel. Ah, okay. I don't know if that's so much Woodbridge. I think that's Maple. An A to B daily driver. Well, I think you should take her on the track. Roads are my track. That's jokes. Peter's the only guy that I know that has the roads as his track, and he's never gotten a ticket. Jared the a-hole. Never got a ticket because I'm not fast enough. Yeah, I don't really see you ripping your car like I see some others. Should be about 20 miles out, 24 miles out. Beautiful. Looking good, looking good. Probably about another 20-25 minutes before we actually get to the airport. We'll open up Navigraph. We'll have a look at our arrival. So we're on the Surfer for our nav arrival for the ILS 28 right approach. Very simple. We're going to come over the coastline here. We've got to be above 8,000 at Follet or Follette. And then we got to be at 6,000 at Eddy, and then we'll vector ourselves to the runway. Got to be at 3,000. Glide slope will cap it. We'll get her down on the ground. The winds are 330 at 9. Few clouds at 600. Temperature 18. Altimeter 299.1. And should be a pretty standard arrival coming into San Fran. 16 miles out. Beautiful. It's been a great live stream today, ladies and gents. Can't complain. Can't complain. 777's next. How do I remember all the controls or what to do, buddy? That's just experience, man. That's because I'm a nerd for flight simming. And each aircraft is different. So you have to... The procedures are always the same. Okay, so the procedures to taking off, landing, that kind of shit. But every button in every aircraft is touchable. They do something. You know, when I started flight simming, started our descent now, just went on YouTube, man. Just kind of YouTubed how things work in the cockpit, what buttons to press, what screens do what. I will be live streaming the new 777 that's coming out on Tuesday. So, go 8,000. That's a new aircraft I've never flown. I'm gonna have to sit back and watch YouTube videos, and you know, you got to come upstairs here. You got to look at all the control panels up here. You got to know what to press, how to turn the aircraft on, what lights to turn on, how to spool up the APU, right? It's a work in progress, but you know, when you enjoy it, it's like asking you, how are you so good at Call of Duty? Yeah, it's a couple buttons, but you have a process, you're good at it, right? So, by the way, for those of you in the channel, if you guys watch or play any Call of Duty, shout out NizitGG on Twitch. It's in the what is it, the World Series of Warzone or whatever it is. He's in it. Shout out NizitGG. Sending down to 8,000 feet, ladies and gents. Coming into San Francisco. Got some speed and altitude restraints here. Aircraft will follow it beautifully. Huge shout out, buddy. Get back on the stream thing, man. It's been a minute. How's the Call of Duty thing going, by the way? Jared, are you playing Call of Duty still? It's been a minute for me, man. I've completely uninstalled the game. Maybe we'll wait for Black Ops 6. I don't know. But not for me. I haven't played it, I think, since January. That's the longest that I've never played Call of Duty in my life. Since Call of Duty 4 came out. Fell off of it, man. Fell off of it. The hacking thing. You know, just... You haven't played since GT7? Yeah, I know, Peter. I know. I apologize, you know. Get Microsoft Flight Simulator, man. Come out and fly. You know what I mean? We can fly to Caldera, you know? I think a lot of people stopped playing Warzone. I know there's still a big following, but I know a lot of people that, I don't know, it's not really protesting Warzone. Exactly, too many cheaters. That kind of killed it, right? Kind of killed it, so... You can't say that you can't avoid them or, you know, create a ban. It's... I don't know. They just didn't do enough for me to want to continue to play it. You're thinking of doing truck simulation? That's true. That's so jokes. I can't see you doing it, but American Truck Simulator is you know, it's all right. There's a bunch of different simulations out there. There's bus simulator, there's car mechanic simulator, there's train simulator. I've tried train simulator. It's pretty cool. Still got a ways to go here. We're passing 24,000 feet. Coming into San Fran, ladies and gents. Flightbeam San Fran. Not bad, not bad. You know? Better than the Asobo. There's a couple different KSFOs out there, I believe. BM World and AvSim also have theirs. Wait for this one. It's much better. And buy it once. You know, don't buy both. What's the penalty if I were to mess up a flight? There's no penalty, man. Penalty is I would have to, like, what do you mean mess up? Crash? It happens. If you crash, you crash. You know, you can't get out of the water. You can't get out. You could fly. Like, if I were to crash into a mountain, I could probably fly away. As long as the plane doesn't flip over. But, there's no penalty, man. This is kind of like a leisure thing. Leisure activity. Now, there's people fly in the simulator differently. You know, I like to fly these airliners, and I try to fly real world, if that makes any sense. I'm not a real world pilot. I don't know how a lot of things work. But I'm not flying the simulator to crash into a mountain or anything like that. So yeah, nothing can happen. Now you can turn on certain things. Certain aircrafts have failures and things like that. You can stress out the aircraft. I'm sure if you have that turned on, if you stress out the aircraft, it'll probably just quit the game, and then you'll kind of have to load up into another airport. But the beauties of flying a Microsoft Flight Sim. Look at these views. Fuck. Beautiful. Should probably pay attention to what we're doing. There we go. Passing 18,000 feet. 29901 is the altimeter. And we'll continue on down. Fantastic. Well, 50 miles out. Now in Truck Simulator, there are penalties to crashing. So I think the objective is to do a haul and make as much money as possible in the most realistic way as possible. If you crash a trailer, or if you hit something, or if you go through a red light or whatever, you get penalties for that. Not in Flight Sim. My back right now? Oh, fuck. Jump back inside the cockpit here. Let's make sure the aircraft, we're going to let the managed speed sort of do its own thing here. Just past 14,000 feet. Aircraft is now going to start slowing down. Falling off of our vertical guidance here. I'm going to go ahead, pull out the speed brakes here, and we'll get her slowed and back on path. Beautiful, ladies and gents. What's going on, Ivan? Welcome back to the stream, brother. We're on the approach now into San Fran. We are expecting the ILS 28 right approach. The winds, I think, are 330 at 9. It's going to be spicy. Anytime I land on a runway, coming off of any type of waterway, I somehow fuck it up. So, now I've done some practice flights. Didn't kill nobody. We're still alive. Landing lights coming on. Landing system coming on. Beautiful. We got to be at 240 at full lit, and then we got to get down to 6,000 feet. So I'll actually get her down to 6,000. We got the constraint at 8,000. Keep it 6,000. We'll let the aircraft do its own thing on the approach here. Beautiful. About 30 miles out from the airport. No need to go to any approach phase right now. Beautiful. Aircraft coming down to 240 knots here. Needs more drag. Whip out those speed brakes once again. Yes, Ivan, there is huge improvement with lossless scaling, so you can't see it. So I'm just going to have a look at my stream here. Up in this corner here, it's above the stream overlay. It's above this stream overlay, but you can see the frames per second that I'm getting with lossless scaling on, and I have the 2 times on, not the 3 times. So right here we're getting about 40 FPS. And that's sort of matching what lossless scaling is putting out, plus the frame gen, right? So I'm getting about 91 FPS right now. It's smooth. It's hella smooth. For $6, you can't go wrong. I've noticed some bugs with it, though. My gameplay freezes. Sorry, I shouldn't say the gameplay, because it's not actually the gameplay that's freezing. It's like the screen that's freezing. But the stream stays alive, and I can see the gameplay in the stream that's still going. To get yourself kind of out of that. I don't know if it's just a bug right now. You just gotta hit your hotkey to disable it and then re-enable it, and it comes back on. But we're on DX11, and yeah, I gotta say it's a pretty cool program. Approach phase coming on, even though we're 4 miles from it. Beautiful. And then we'll just go direct seep in right now. But if you want to enhance your flight sim experience, lossless scaling, it's great. So far, so good. In my opinion, better than the frame gen mod. Don't have to worry about all these random stutters. I was getting a lot of stuttering with frame gen mod. I was getting some ghosting effects. So this is strictly DX11. And something different. You know, we're always trying to find better ways at creating the smoothest experience possible in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's very heavy, you know, when it comes to performance, right? Let's get that speed back to 210. Capped at 6,000 feet. I got to get down to 3,000 feet. Nothing to see. You have that stutter or freeze when you turn off the engine at the gate. I'm not sure what you mean by that. And no need to modify core MSF files. Negative. So it's basically just a program. Can't really show it right now. If I put it here, I could show it. This is the program here. You load it up, and then you pick all your options on the side here. And there's tutorials online for it, but no modifying, nothing. Absolutely not. Gonna go ahead, flaps 1. Go ahead and activate the approach mode. Hopefully the aircraft will, we'll get the aircraft slowed down. How about that? Glide slope lock is activated. Get the rest of our lights turned on here. Beautiful. Coming in a little fast. When you exit the runway and request the gate using GSX, when you arrive at the gate and turn off the engine, do you get a freeze before GSX menu pops up? I think I know what you're talking about, and I think yes. It doesn't freeze, but I get stutters. Let's go ahead, flaps 2. I do get stutters with GSX. I'm not sure what the deal is, but tons of stutters with GSX. Gear coming down. Let's go ahead and arm the ground spoilers again. How about this? Fly wings. Once we get to a gate, let's see what happens. We'll see what happens once we get to a gate. Flaps 3 coming out. And we're going flaps full. 2,000 feet above, ladies and gents. Glide is captured. We got gear down 3 green. Flaps are set. San Fran, ladies and gents. Yeah, not bad, eh? Not too shabby. Make sure all of our lights are on. Beautiful. Gonna wear a pilot's hat. They don't really wear hats while flying, my man. It's kind of like when you're boarding the aircraft, they'll have their little thing on. But hey, thousand feet. My aircraft. We're landing, ladies and gents. We're landing. It's windy. Two whites, two reds, looking good. Happies and glide slope looking pretty spot on there.
500.
Check. She's windy. I can feel the wind.
Above.
100 above, checked. 1 whites, 3 reds.
Minimum.
Continue.
$100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
First is coming out. Ladies and gents. Not a super great approach on my end. And I can feel the stutters. 70 knots, reverser stowed. Welcome back down to San Fran, ladies and gents. Go ahead and exit off to the left here. I think we got a minus 182 on that. My brakes are ultra sensitive. Vacate off to the left there. Thanks, Jared. Appreciate that. Not the greatest of landings. Let's go ahead. Flaps clean. We're going to cross 28 left here. I think we're on, I think this is Delta. And this should be Bravo here. We're going to make a left onto Bravo. What did I get on that landing? We landed long. 185. Lost my mouse cursor. That's not good. Where's my mouse cursor? Holy smokes. And we want to go back. I think we're going to go... We'll go A5. We are united. Beautiful. Having a look at my Navigraph charts here. We're going to follow Bravo all the way to, I think it's Mike. All the way at the end around this airport. Feel like the simulator is a little stuttery right now, even with the lossless scaling. We're getting about 63 FPS. Keep in mind that's with the stream going as well. APU is available. But yeah, definitely a good airport for sure. Flightbeam, you can never go wrong with Flightbeam. Not the best landing, you know, I landed a little bit long. A little off center there, but any landing you can walk away from is a good landing, right? So we're going around back to where we started from. So this is Mike. We want Mike 1, I believe. We're going over to the Alpha Gates. We're United Parks. Let's look at the terminal modeling here. It's pretty nice. pretty nice, gotta say. Hopefully GSX picked it up as well. Forget what's standing there. We're going to gate 8, A5. A5. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and get that aircraft a little slowed up here. Bit of a better parking job than down in Burbank. Park and brake coming on, ladies and gents. Come back up top here. If you bleed coming on. So no stutter there with the engines turned off. We'll operate the jetway. Pretty jokes. And we got a jetway connected. Beautiful.
Deboarding requested.
Let's go ahead and kill off fuel pumps. Keep all that stuff on. Beacon light coming off. Beautiful. Where's the jetway going? Telling you some going on with this, you know what I mean? Perfect.
Passengers deboarding started.
Well, that concludes today's live stream. See the train? Yeah, I seen the train there. You know what, Ivan? I'm not a big fan of, you know, those trains and things like that at some scenery. I feel like it has an effect on, performance. Will we see double jetways? That'd be pretty cool. You know, you get a long hauler, you want to load up first class, business class, and economy. You know what I mean? We'll have to see what happens, but you disable VSync for smoother performance. Yeah, I have VSync disabled as well. Now, this is the Lossless Scaling program. This is not frame gen or anything like. Well, this is frame gen, but it's not the frame gen mod or anything. This is DX11. Kind of open up my my graphics options here and show you kind of what we're doing. This is kind of it. Terrain level of detail at 130. Everything's on high. Clouds are on ultra. That's really about it. But yeah, not a bad looking airport. It's pretty nice. Right now with lossless scaling, I'm getting about 55 FPS. I feel like ever since the GSX update with the cabin not the cabin ambience, where you can see the passengers, I feel like the performance with GSX has taken a hit. Sorry, the performance of FlightSim has taken a hit with GSX. I know they claim GSX doesn't have any effect on performance, but I feel like ever since that update, like update 3.0 point something, I've sort of been having issues. We're getting about 28 FPS. It's showing 28 FPS here. With my frame gen mod, it's about 60 FPS. So I can assure you, without streaming, without the GSX, if I just load into the airport, I'm getting about, I think, 45 FPS with this scenery, which is pretty good. It's not too shabby. But anyways, ladies and gents, this concludes the live stream. I got a Germany game to go and watch. I want to thank everybody for coming out today. Thank you for supporting the channel. Appreciate all the likes. We're going to be doing a long haul. I know I had said in the stream something about doing a 777 giveaway. I'm going to do my best to make that happen. I don't think, from what I was reading while we were flying, the MDG doesn't have any gift vouchers or anything like that. So I don't know how it's going to work. But we'll do something. We'll figure out something. My heart is to give out a 777. We'll see what we can do. But anyways, ladies and gents, thank you for coming out. Have yourself a great week. See you in a bit, ladies and gents. Enjoy. Peace.